What's going on, guys? Alright, so I've been practicing about a half hour in the parking lot right now. If you watch my last few videos, I left the last one off with me taking it on the road and I stalled. Coming to a stop and I had to get off the road. I stalled my bike. I was second gear, couldn't get back to first, stalled it in second, took me a while. I don't even know if I got it back to first. But basically what happened was I wasn't ready to be on the road. I was in a stop, I panicked, I didn't practice my takeoffs enough. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm working on shifting my gears, working on more turns. I've already been doing it for like a half hour, so I think whenever I talk on the GoPro I get a little bit distracted, so I try not to let that happen. But I've just been practicing in the lot today. Take a step away from the road, get more comfortable. You got to push yourself at times, but you also got to know your limits. So I've just been practicing those kind of things. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to go around the lot. Right now I'm in first gear, so I'm going to speed up a little bit, get around this corner. Keep working on turning the bike, really dipping the bike down. I'm going to shift up second gear. Speed up, slow down, push the bike, keep my body kind of counterbalance. Speed up after the turn, keep my head up. And I kept doing this. I would just come to a complete stop, get into first gear, and see I stalled. That's what I did on the road. So I want to work on just stopping from second gear in a hurry and then taking back off without stalling the bike. If you can't do that, you shouldn't be on the road yet. So if I can do it 10 times in a row without stalling, get comfortable doing it, then maybe I'll go back on the road again, which I will. I mean, I'm practicing. It's why you practice. But go a little bit slower since I'm talking right now. I want to make sure I don't skip anything. But turn the bike around, speed up a little bit, clutch, shift, gas, slow down, lean the bike, a little bit of throttle. I'm going to stop up here. Clutch, brake, back brake, come to a stop, get into, see I got into neutral again. So this is a perfect example. I'm not sure why this happens. Before I thought I had the brake in, it wasn't letting me shift. See, I got the brake in now to let me shift. So that's one thing I really need to figure out. Obviously I can check out the manual, but I don't know if it's harder to shift whenever the brake is not in or it is in. If you guys know, comment below. Let me know if any of that matters at all. But I feel like sometimes it's just like stuck and I don't know why. It's a brand new bike. I doubt it's the bike. I guarantee it's me. So if you guys know why that's happening, let me know. But so I'm still in first gear, working on my slower speed turns where I'm really pushing the bike sideways, trying to keep my body up and my head turned. So that's the biggest thing I was struggling with turns. I was taking narrower or tighter turns across the street and out of the parking lot because it was I didn't have these big garages in between where I got like a 20-foot clearance to go around this whole thing, which is still at first was kind of hard. I'm still not super good at it, but doing the tight circle is a lot harder. So it's good to get in an open lot too, not just like alleys. But all right, I'm gonna get up second gear here, speed up a little, not much. It's a lot easier to turn in second gear because I'm going a little bit faster, but I don't have to worry about using the gas. So let me go ahead and stop again here. Come to a stop. Alright, I gotta get going. See, that keeps doing that. So I actually had a lot of good runs before I started the video, but I'm going to show you this. So right now I'm in neutral. I pulled it in. Obviously you have to, it says you have to kick down harder. There we go. It's almost like when I hit it just like a pop, it doesn't work. But if I kind of get on it and press, maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking out loud, practicing things. But let me not get into neutral and then I actually can show you taking off. These are things you should practice. So work on your stop and starts and work on your turns in first and second gear. So if you're a new rider, it's something I've been doing. It's helping me. I'm a complete stop. I'm in first, I don't have to worry about it. Take back off. So just do it first gear first. You don't have to worry about any of the other stuff, but speed up, pull clutch, pull brake, get to stop, feet on the ground, let go of the clutch, get going. Do that in front of a turn and also just straight. Start straight. Right here I'll do it. Stop. Stalled it. Start it again. Let go of the clutch. Get your feet up. Let it take off. Keep doing that in a straight line. That's what I'm going to do right now. Let's do like a couple passes of that. So get into the straightaway. give it a little bit of gas, clutch, brake, slow down, get your feet on the ground, take off. You don't even have to use the gas on that. I want to start practicing using the gas because I was doing it for a while without. And whenever it comes to an emergency situation, you got to go a little bit faster than what the clutch is going to allow you to go. I also think if you blip the throttle before you take off, that might help it too, without actually using gas. It's not positive too, so just kind of learning with me, guys. Anyone who knows more, you guys can comment below. You just kind of talk it out. But still in first gear, I'm going to turn here. Alright guys, straight away, speed up, we're going to stop and then take off. Stop here, get my feet on the ground, and then get out of there. Okay, so that's something like right there, you got to practice that 10, 20, 100 times. Just keep doing it. I know I do, because I mean, the one time you stall on the road, especially another thing too, make sure you get your mirrors lined up. I had the other day when I was on the road just for a minute, but make sure you know you don't freak out. Turn the bike right back on. Try it again. Get out of the way. But my mirrors, I went to check my mirrors. I couldn't even see this car come behind me. So you don't know if you're about to get crushed from behind or you got a little bit of time to take a breath and do it. So that's very important. Get those mirrors situated. I still don't even know if they're perfect because I'm not on the road. But I can see behind me a little bit. Before it was just like looking at my chest and they looked right. Like on the bike, they weren't like tilted back or anything. But when I was on the road, I just couldn't see anything. When I had to check who was behind me, I stalled it like 2 times, and then I totally had to turn my head around and just look. And I was such a panic, I really didn't even, I was just like, I didn't see a car right away, but honestly don't know what was there. I was just in like straight adrenaline, like oh crap mode. But let's keep doing this. So speed up a little bit, pull the clutch, pull the brake, get to a stop, feet down, and then clutch out. You kind of want to get to that friction zone quick and then hold it. So you got to find that zone. So right now I pull it another way. Right there I found it. But if you go too fast, don't want to look down too long, pull back in and it won't stall the bike. So if you go out too far, just pull it right back in. Sometimes you can catch it. Sometimes it's too late, but sometimes you can catch it. But let's keep doing that. We'll go straight on this one. Stop. Take off going straight. Add a little bit of gas. Found that zone. I'm just holding it. Now I let go of the clutch. I'll do that again and I'll talk exactly what my hand motions are. I probably could turn this camera down a little bit lower. I might take a look at that too, see if we're just looking straight ahead or you're actually seeing my hands at all. But right here we're going to get a little bit of speed. Pulling the clutch, pulling the brake. Feet down now, letting go of the clutch, catching. A little bit of gas. And we're off the clutch, we're giving gas. So right there was pretty smooth, at least I think. I gotta be able to do that 20 times in a row without having mistakes. You'll hear it too, listen to the bike. Feel it and listen to it. Let's get up in a second gear here. So right there, right before I put my feet on the ground, I kicked down into first gear. If you stop into second gear, that's when it's a lot harder for me and it takes more time. So whenever you're stopping, you want to be able to get down into first gear, so whenever it's time to take off, it's one less thing to do. But sometimes it's emergency stop. It's emergency, you just want to stop. You don't want to think about downshifting and doing this and that. You just got to stop the bike. So that's one thing. Almost, I remember when I took the safety course class, it's almost motion like all 4 at once. It was clutch, front brake, downshift, back brake. So I actually forgot about that till right now, just kind of clicked with me. But that's what I should be practicing, is coming up, clutch, this, that, downshift, back brake. It's a lot going on at once, but just practicing that kind of stuff, and do it right here wherever it doesn't matter. You mess up a few times, there's no one coming behind you, and if they are, they're not going fast. But another dangerous thing, if you stop on the road and you stall, your bike is silent, so the bike is off, even more blind, invisible to the riders, to the car drivers. So that's another thing that extra scary. The other day when my bike was off, I'm like, oh boy, someone comes around the bend, they're not even going to hear the bike, even though it wasn't like loud. But you know, if it's at least something, it's better than nothing. But so this is why I'm practicing this. Speed up a little bit, clutch, brake, feet down, and then see, stalled it. It's a lot harder too to leave from the clutch whenever your wheels are turned. I feel like it's harder on the bike to go. It's like if it's straight, there's less resistance, so you find that zone easier and actually goes. But whenever your wheels are turned, which mine were on the road, because I wanted to get off the road, stop, my wheels are turned and I go to clutch, there's a little bit more resistance. You gotta hold it a little bit firmer, a little bit longer in that same zone. It won't pull right away, at least without a little bit of throttle, right at the beginning of the zone. Once you get towards the end, it starts to go, and then you go a little bit further, then you stall. So those are all things, kind of my experience. That's why I'm practicing this and showing you guys. But I want it to become second nature. I don't want to think about it when I'm on the road. I want it just to happen. So that's why you got to practice off camera too. I know I'm doing this, showing you guys, but definitely got a little bit more good practicing when I didn't have the camera on, because I was more in my head. I wasn't thinking about what I was saying. I was kind of still talking to myself, kind of doing things, but I was more in the zone. Another silly thing I was doing is practice with your visor up and your visor down. Sounds stupid, but in the slow parking lot, visor open is much more comfortable. But on the road, you're going to have it closed. You know, you're hitting the face with bugs or anything, or like rocks. But it is a little bit different of an experience when you're riding the bike. Always have a helmet on. Sure, it's way more fun without a helmet on, and like got the wind on your face and your hair, and you can see a lot more. You don't have like any bug splats on your visor, but it's a little bit different of experience. So practice with it down, even when you're going 5-10 miles an hour, because when you're on the road, you got to be used to it. But I don't want to make this video too long. I wanted to talk a little bit more through it, because sometimes I have a lot of dead spots in my videos, so I just kind of let it ride out. But I mean, they're new videos and I'm a new rider, so it kind of shows the experience fully and kind of how nervous I am. Not that I want to like show that too much, but I want to kind of not act like I know what I'm doing too much. I'm just practicing. So I think anyone who's looking to buy a bike and they're wanting to learn and they're nervous, it's kind of good to see someone else in their shoes or what there might be like. So don't think you're gonna hop on a road and go 40 miles an hour, because that's a lot of stuff that when you're searching for new riders, it's kind of like a month experience. So it's not like day one, and if it is, it's someone like crashing or they already have some experience. I really don't have like any experience at all. This is like day 5 of riding, besides the safety course, which was 5 years ago. So I have a lot of paper knowledge, where if I were to take a test on it or talk about it, I know a lot of stuff, but I don't have the muscle memory. So that's things you got to teach yourself, and that's nothing you can read. That's something you got to have the bike. You got to have the knowledge already. I mean, it's still way better to have the knowledge than not. So you got to start there, but you just got to learn the bike. So I'm gonna wrap the video up soon. Let's do a couple more things, just kind of highlights of what I was working on. Let me stop the bike right here, think for a second, get down to first gear. Alright, so see right there, when I let go of the brake, it let me go into first gear easier. So let me know about that. Someone please comment below, tell me if that matters at all. But whenever I'm in second gear at a complete stop, I don't, like, I obviously, I know after the clutch I pulled in all the way, which at first I thought maybe I had it a little bit out, so it wasn't letting me shift. I had to put all the way in. Let me pull up a little bit, make sure no one's coming in here. But let me know that below, if that matters, if you ever have that problem and why it happens. So whenever I'm at a complete stop, I have the clutch all the way in, the brake all the way in, I'm in second gear. Why is it harder to go to first gear sometimes? Like right here, it's like flawless. I got my, like the middle of my foot on the peg, I got my toe on the shifter. I have a lot of control. I guess whenever I'm going at different speeds, I don't know, maybe like my toe is further up here and it's not working. I don't know if you can see my foot or not, but let me know about that. But what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna do a couple straightaway stops, quick takeoffs, and then I'm gonna do a couple second gear, going pretty quick, braking hard and leaning the bike in. So let me do that. I'll do like 2 of each. Probably I'm not going to talk through these next couple, and then we'll wrap the video up. So first I'm gonna get to second gear, and I'm gonna do a quick brake, get into first gear, do a quick takeoff. I'm gonna do 2 of those, and then I'm gonna do 2 speed up from second gear, make a hard left turn and a hard right turn. I'm gonna edit this to just jump right to that so it'll be a little bit faster. Speeding up, second gear, speeding up, clutch brake, first gear, take off. I messed the first one up, I had to edit that. You already saw me mess up, so first, second, stop, okay, I'm gonna just say this because I think I might have figured it out. I noticed I was gonna do 2 just right in a row, but I think when I had the clutch too far in, it wouldn't let me shift to first gear. So let's try that. I just pull the clutch in a little bit, past the friction zone where the bike is stopped, and then get back to first. So that worked, but stalled it. I didn't have the clutch I had the clutch a little bit let loose, and I actually shifted easier. It was almost like so disconnected from the engine it wasn't responding. So that's weird. Maybe I need to adjust my clutch. I don't know. I feel like a full grab should be ready to shift, which is kind of weird. It also might just be a feel thing, but at least I have an idea of reasons why. Whenever you just have it pulled in all the way and you're in the road in a panic, and then you're trying to shift to the first gear and you're in neutral, you want to know things to try to get you out of it and get you out in a hurry. So alright, let me do what I actually said I was going to do. We're going to do 2 of these from second gear stops. Took me a little bit longer than I'd like, but it didn't stall the bike and I didn't get stuck in neutral. I'm gonna do 1 more. I said I'd do 2 good ones, but I don't want to edit out my failure, so I want to show you guys what I'm doing and how I messed up and what to do better. Because there I let go too fast, I was too quick and I stalled it. Right there, I just kind of panicked. Take 5. Woohoo, no stall. Alright, we're in first gear, so that was good. Alright, now I'm going to get in second gear, stay in second gear and do a couple turns. So right here we can make another left turn. Even just right there, just making a quick little, I changed my mind and turned the bike. I'm getting a lot more comfortable putting my body on the bike. I just didn't even realize I was getting comfortable till right now. But let me get up into second gear. I'm not going to go fast around this bend. Braking a little bit, leaning my bike, turning my head. Here I'm going to give it some gas and actually brake hard and turn. Brake, 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 lean the bike, straighten it up. I was doing this the other day where I was doing like a U-turn, which is a lot harder. That was not too easy, not too hard. But you really can get a feel for the bike without going 5 miles an hour. So right there, you're not counterbalancing, you're counter steering a little bit, I think. But it's a lot easier to turn when you're on the brakes and your bike is leaning on that front tire. So let's do that again. Speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. Brake, lean, let off the brake, slow. Now I'm back up. Alright, so let's do 2 more and I'm going to go the other direction. Speeding up, speeding up. Braking hard, leaning. There's a little bit of sand there, that's bad. So that kind of was alright, but I let off the heavy lean much because I saw like a patch of gravel there. It'd be good to feel that slip a little bit just to have an experience, but I'm not trying to wipe out right now. Alright, let's speed up. lean it. This is a good turn here. Just slowly let off that brake. Alright, cool guys. Let's do another quick stop. Well, I'm gonna show you this before I turn it off. So right now I have it all the way pulled in. I'm gonna try to go to first. Okay, it worked. But sometimes well, I had to be like right about there. It was right between. That pulled me right there. Watch. I'm gonna put my legs pushing back. Now it's pulling right there. Maybe a bike wants to pull me a little bit. But right here, before it pulls me, that's where it was shifting easier. Like I can like feel it kick into neutral. I mean the second gear right here. If I have it right there, I can feel it like kick into first. But let's see, pull it all the way. I'm in neutral. See, so. Let me know about that, guys. Let's turn the bike off. Still in neutral. I probably should put in it first so I don't rock. But alright guys, thanks for watching. This is probably one of my faster videos where I'm not just sitting there with a lot of dead space. So if you guys can see me in the GoPro, got the GoPro 7 here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe, comment below on questions I asked, and let me know if you are a rider, you want to be a rider, what kind of bike you have, for how long you had it and stuff. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Talk to you next time.